Good morning. Welcome to Tarot to a Tea. I'm going to have a little tea while you join me here for a little tarot reading. So today I'm going to do Libra. Libra for the month of April 2022. Let's get started. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Libra. I'm going to deal a card for your recent past. I'm going to look at your current circumstances, and then we'll do a card for your potential future, okay? That's how it works. What is the current circumstances for Libra? And what is the potential outcome of this? Okay, let's take a look. Libra, for your recent past, you have the Four of Spades. For your current circumstances, you have the Three of Clubs. And for your potential outcome, Ace of Hearts. Nice. So with this Four of Spades here, it looks like you had some recent past situation dealing with your work. I think maybe you were under a lot of stress maybe prior to that. And it looks like you had a little bit of stress relief in some way. Maybe some projects were taken off your plate, which just kind of relieved your burden, right? It's also telling me that you reached a level of satisfaction in what was going on in this work situation. Let's get another card, though, to clarify a little bit more about this recent situation in Libra's past here at work. Okay. So with this 7, give me 1 second here. You know what? I think some things came to light. This is an indication that something got uncovered. So maybe some of the work you were doing, you were covering up for somebody else. Yeah, that I feel that really strongly, actually. And maybe through a series of events or just how things unfolded here, it just came to light that you were doing too much. It's possible you spoke up about it. Maybe you discovered some things were being put on your plate that shouldn't have been put on your plate, so you kind of said, hey, hold up here. I'm going to walk away unless this situation has changed, right? Let's get another card, though, to see what this situation was. But it looks like you're in you reached a good place with it. So you reached a level of satisfaction, and you're like okay with the level of stress and work. And you probably felt invigorated in some way, because the Jack is like a young energy. It could be that you were working with a younger person who wasn't pulling their weight with this Jack energy. And they are possibly somebody who intervened, because this is a person or an energy. It could be that they embody this energy. It doesn't mean they're actually really younger than you. But this is somebody you really respect. And you consider them a friend. You can consider them some kind of confidant, okay? And they were very supportive in relieving the stress from your, and this burden from you. Yeah. Over here in your current situation, though, in April 2022, Libra, unfortunately, there seems to be still a level of struggle. There's some kind of thing you're battling with here. I'm going to say it's related to work just because we were kind of on that theme here, but maybe things have shifted and this is some other type of stress. Let's get a card to clarify with Libra's current situation in April. Well, whatever it is, it's a new path that you're headed down. Yeah, I think things change direction. This is the card of new paths. Literally, like new road, like branching off, going in a completely different direction. It is a positive change, though. It's a positive change in your direction, okay? This is generally, clubs are generally about good news. So I don't think necessarily the trouble here with this three of clubs means that you're headed in a bad direction. It also, the three is also about partnerships, so maybe there was a little bit of strife with the person that these things were worked out with. Does that make sense? Like the person maybe who wasn't pulling their weight, that's what you're kind of battling with at the moment, just kind of like getting back to a good working relationship. Let's clarify one more card here at least. This is going to lead you to a place of balance. This is in the present moment, so I think that's where you're headed at the moment. And I think there's a lot of negotiations going on because this is also the card that literally speaks. It's a talking card. It means that you need to have some patience because you're communicating something. It's possible you're negotiating at work, taking on a different role altogether. I don't see the card of promotion, but this doesn't mean it's like a official promotion. It's like maybe a redistribution of who handles what. You know what I'm saying? Because in your likely outcome here, this is a completely different, this is like a new start. You're starting at the beginning, and it's good. It's really good. This heart is like, oh, it feels really good. Honestly, this is like the end of some kind of conflict, and it's a new beginning. Let's clarify Libra's trajectory here. This is your possible outcome, very possible outcome. Okay. Again, this is some kind of situation dealing with partnerships. The diamonds is talking about potentially some kind of gain, probably financial, but abundance can be in more than the financial, like the money sense, right? It can also be in other ways. You could have gained some quality of life. You could have gained your health back. You could have gained your mental balance back. It does heed a slight warning though that you should not overspend. But again, if it's not money related, it could be don't overuse your energy to the point that you deplete yourself, or that you have a limited amount of energy, like we all do. Honestly, we all do. We tend to think that we're limitless, especially when we're younger, but we all have our limits, right? Yeah, so you're going to have this new start, and I think you're going to have some kind of abundance for sure. I hope it's money, but it could also be in other ways. And honestly, money's not everything. Let's get another card to clarify. I mean, money tends to make us happy in the short run, but not in the long run. Whatever the situation, this is going to lead to a series of changes here that are going to happen as a consequence of this. Again, with the clubs, it's generally good news. good changes is what I'm picking up here. But you're starting over and you're reaching some kind of resolution here. And this is, again, a good vibe. It's like, it's a major change that needed to happen. Not because things were terrible, but just because you needed them to happen, since we're talking about you, Libra. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I think you're headed in a good to a better place. I mean, even though we had this indication of some resolution over here, some stress relief, I think it's all good. Honestly, you're headed down this place of a new beginning and some necessary changes that need to come into your life. And I do think it's work related. I'm not picking up like personal, romantic, close relationships. Work relationships, of course, can be close, but it's a different part of our life, right? It's a different compartment. Okay, so that's your reading for April. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. And I welcome any comments here. If this resonated with you especially, I'd love to hear about it, okay? Until I see you next time, take care.